Hello traders. So I want to quickly show you this account that I bought last month. All right. So I got this $1,000 account in HFM. So but I want to actually show you how I lose this trade. All right. So that you also can learn from this. So right now you see I got this account around March. All right. So and you can see that this is March 4th, 2026. So it was around early March that I got this $1,000 account. And when I got this $1,000 account, okay, I tried to, analyze price. So my first trade on this account, okay, you see, I even have my conferences here. Price is bullish on 1 hour. Currently, price is in the pullback at New York session. I decided to trade the pullback. Okay, I decided to trade the pullback for short term before looking to buy. So I entered a supply zone of the blah blah blah. So right now, but one thing that I want you to see in this video is that you see the emotions that I wrote it. I wrote that I journal my trade that I felt that I should trade New York session. Now, number three is I begin to feel sweaty. Now, that is it. The moment I place that trade, I begin to feel sweaty and not sure if this is from work stress or feeling the trade is a FOMO, okay? Because most times the session that I usually trade is New York session and overlap session. So, and that is when I am always at work. So I don't know, maybe it's from work or anything, but at the end of it, I liquidity actually sweep me out. You can see, and I wrote here that obviously this is a FOMO trade. That is how I discovered that the moment I placed that trade, the reason why I was sweating is because the trade was a FOMO. Okay, my emotion pushed me to enter that trade. All right. So let me just go fast forward to March 4. Now you can see that immediately I even start to analyze this price, which is the gold market as well. So I wrote this here that this trade, it is well. So that is a sign of uncertainty. That is a sign of my emotion being controlling me. Okay, I discovered that, and you can see that I saved my chart marker before I analyze the chart. All right. So you can see that what actually happened here is that liquidity also swept me out again. All right, liquidity swept me out, and you can see now I wrote a result $1,000 bond. I mean I bond the whole $1,000. So now one thing that I also want you to understand is that you see I wrote my observation here because this is my trading journal. So and I want you also to also learn from this because you can see that I wrote here that my entry is very wrong. Although my bias to sell the market is correct, right? As you can see the screenshot as well, right? Because you can see this screenshot here. I actually analyzed to sell price, but because I didn't look out for liquidity sweep, so I entered the trade blindly due to my emotion. And you see that I wrote here that I see that price is in the pullback phase, so I was looking to sell. Obviously, I got the wrong last break of structure at 5 minutes. All right, whereby the last break of structure was 41 blah blah blah. Yeah, so price retraced back up to 15 minutes supply zone, cleared all the liquidity and begin the major move to the downside. So one thing is that although my emotion is in play, but at the other side of the coin, one thing is that I have the right prediction of where price is going. All right, but it's just that I didn't wait for the perfect time to enter the trade. So right now, quickly, let me fast forward to this. Now you can see that I wrote say that I over leverage twice today alone or more using 0.02 instead of 0.01. Now you can see that I'm seeing my mistakes and I know how to adjust to it. Why the fuck would I do that? Hence, I need to develop to be disciplined to manage my emotions, right? Everybody have emotion. And you see, I wrote here that I will never use 1 minute to confirm my entry anymore. Yeah, I've been using 1 minute before, but I decided that I will not be using 1 minute again. Really, this is one thing that I do which is not helping me. I knew that because just because I want to make money so fast in the market, after I got to five minutes, I want to go down to 1 minute to confirm my entry. But mostly price usually take me out. Now you can see that I wrote here that I believe I have paid my complete tuition fee in trading today, lol. That is kind of funny. So right now, you see, new personal rules or strategy from March 4th to March 31st ending. I will practice demo trading for this month of March. Then I will buy my account next month after I ensured I followed my trading plan religiously. Plus, I will journal my trade like my life depend on it, video and document. Okay, if my winning rate increased by 80%, Then I will fund. If it's below 50%, I will practice for another 1 month, just so I can ensure I am becoming the real trader that that is mastering himself. All right. So, and you can see I wrote here that my April trading rule: trade 1 trade per week, 4 trade per month with quality high setup. Now my profit target is $150 to $200, but in fact, even yesterday that I made the profit, I didn't even set this target to be 150. I just took my trade at around $40. Okay, so this is not even valid. So I should just simply change this right now. Okay, my profit target is $50 at least minimum per week. So that will be one risk to four risk to reward, something like that. So my loss target, okay, my loss target. In fact, I was just writing this last month because I wasn't so certain. Okay, so my loss target based on my trade yesterday, my stop loss was set to around, I think, $10. Yeah, my stop loss was set to around $10. So now my lot size, I cannot use 0.02. I use 0.01 now. Now my open position, just one position. I'm okay with one position right now. So now this is one thing that you also need to incorporate into your trading journey, because this is something that actually helped me. If I scroll down now, you see that after I practiced for 1 month throughout last month. Okay, so I actually funded my account with 50,000 naira, and this was, okay, was yesterday. So yesterday is 8, okay? 8 April. Yeah. I took this trade yesterday. So now you see I saved my chart markup. So if you have watched my video, you can see I followed the same plan. So now emotions I felt before entering the day, right there you can see that I wasn't feeling emotional. My psychology is in right order and everything. I hope you understand that. So now you can see now the result of this trade is because I waited for the right moment, and you see I made about $43 on this trade. In fact, you can see this is a very right approach to forex market, and I believe that, if you are also struggling in forex trading, you can also implement what I am actually doing. All right, and I believe that you are going to be a profitable trader in the long run. I hope to see you very soon.